How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Beyer Co. I'm Wyatt Beyer, and this episode I feel like has been a long time coming. I have worked on this channel for, I don't know, since 2020, and trying to be consistent and trying to put out good content as much as I can, putting out quality stuff. I don't really like putting out just stuff out there. I kind of want things structured. I want things a certain way. I want it to be a good quality. I'm my own biggest critic with that. I feel like sometimes I'm not putting out the best stuff, and that's on me. It's lack of preparation, lack of whatever. But I just want to thank everybody for 500 subscribers. And there'll be a giveaway in this video, and we'll talk about that. But I just want to talk a little bit about this channel, about the goals, about what we have going on, and yeah, we're just gonna we're into it. We're getting into it. So, like I said, I've worked on this channel for quite a while. I really like doing this. This is one of my favorite things to do, and it's something that always falls by the wayside with my podcast, Garage Built Baits, with the YouTube channel, Beyer Co., with the social medias. It all kind of falls by the wayside when things get busy in my personal life, and I really want to prioritize this a lot more just because it is something that I like to do. It is something that I'm passionate about, and it's something that I feel like is entertaining to you guys. Obviously, it's bringing some form of entertainment to your life. It's a little over 500 now. If I have 500 people subscribe to the channel and, things like that. And you guys are great with commenting, liking, all of that. There's always people coming back and commenting. There's always people liking the videos. There's always people giving positive feedback. Sometimes there's negative stuff, which I think is really funny. And I always kind of lead into kill 'em with kindness with some of the stuff out there. I've heard some wild shit, with stuff. But you guys are always there to offer some constructive criticism. Uncle Mike's you need to stop swearing. You just got potty mouth. And I try my best, but when I'm excited and I'm cranking it to a fish, sometimes I can't help myself. And that feeling, is exponential because I don't always get a fish. I don't always get to go out because of life, because of my job, because of what I'm doing. So I don't always get a fish as much as I'd like to. So when I do hook into a good fish, I'm always very, very, very excited. And not everybody likes that, and that's okay. I try to be as zen as I can on the water. But, oh well. So the goal is, for this channel, for Beyer Co., is always what it has been. And going into the fall, going into the winter, I'm going to try to fish more. I have some, if you watch the channel, if you listen to the podcast, I want to catch a lake trout. If I catch one on a swim bait, that'd be really cool. If not, that's alright. But I'm trying to catch that laker, get out in the kayak, do that. I'm gonna try to grind it out doing that. So that's the big fish goal for till the end, till we get ice on the water. Maybe you'll see some ice fishing content, some cool things happening pretty soon, potentially with that, as far as going out with people, filming with some people you might have seen on the channel before. So that'll be really cool. And the goal is the same though. The goal is to keep growing, keep trying to make high quality content to the best of my ability. And which can be hard, and can be a struggle, and it can be frustrating. But just keep trying to grind it out and keep going. With the podcast, that has kind of been a priority for me right now. And that does take up like a good chunk of time because I'm messaging people, trying to get them on the podcast, dealing with scheduling, with my schedule, their schedule, and then we hop on the podcast, and I try to keep it to under 2 hours, and normally we could do that. I don't try to take a lot of people's time just because everybody's busy, everybody has their own stuff going on, so I don't try to take up a lot of their time. And so I usually try to keep that under like 2 hours. We've been hitting about anywhere from like 50 to 2 hours, 50 minutes to 2 hours. So that's been really cool. I've really enjoyed that. I've already talked to a lot of cool people. There's cool people coming on yet. And just continuing to grow the podcast too. Garage Built Baits is, we talk with bait makers about bait making. And we talk fishing, and we talk, it doesn't dive into anything like, too crazy or personal. I don't expect that out of people. And it's not something where I've tried to be like, oh, gotcha, like with this or that. It's just two people having a conversation about stuff we're passionate about. And kind of going into bait making a little bit. I want to get back into more of that for the Beyer Lure Co. channel. That's what I started out with. It's kind of become just overall like fishing content and stuff like that. That's a lot of that has to do with busy with other projects and busy with like doing other stuff and the podcast and filming and fishing. Try to do that stuff, and then we roll around and we don't have time to make lures. And I got like a lot of stuff in the works. I got a lot of painting going on. I got like different lures that are in progress that are really cool. And one of those lures is actually like going to be part of this giveaway. Just to say thank you for 500 subs. Really awesome little lure. And so I want to get back into making lures and doing that. I really love doing that. I've come a long way with that. Stuff looks definitely better than it has before. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. And those are the goals. Just try to be more consistent, but still like have a higher quality. I just don't like I have those shopping videos, and I like those, and going and shopping at a place and supporting a business, especially if it's a local tackle shop. And I don't like those challenge videos though, where you go to Walmart and it's like, oh, $20 challenge. It's like, well, you're not, or like the weird lure stuff. Like, it's different if you make a weird lure, but to buy a weird lure, be like, oh, is this gonna catch fish or whatever? It's like, well, yeah, anything's gonna catch a bass if you really try hard enough at it. I'm just not the biggest fan of those. Say a little bit same with like the catch and cooks. I'm not a huge fan of those because normally people aren't stepping outside of a realm of we catch a fish, we're frying it. Just getting out of that. So like last year, I caught a trout. We did caviar. We did fish head soup, and I got a catch and cook coming up where we do something a little bit different and something I've never done, and it turned out great. So you're gonna have to stay tuned for that catch and cook coming out as well. But like I said, we have a little bit of a giveaway, a little bit of appreciation for you guys. Let me grab the stuff. I have actually 2 prizes that you could win. So if you like peep the hat, there's if we can get it focused in here. So this is a Richardson 112 5-panel hat. White, black, embroidered with the logo B. That looks like, it's a B for Beyer Lure Co. Has the little fish hook stylization. Here to win this hat. Got some positive feedback from some close friends and family. And they said, oh, this hat's like looks nice. It's high quality. I like the Richardsons. When I was talking to, I got this printed local at the embroidery slash silkscreen slash, t-shirt printing shop local to my hometown, which is, now it's Dakota Image. So big shout out to Dakota Image. I was working with Becky, and she's like, I was on the phone with her, I was like, I want a Richardson 112. And she's like, I love that you already know that. She's like, I love you know exactly the number of what you want to. And we talked about it, and she's like, oh, well, the issue with that 112 is you got that middle seam. So let's go with the 5-panel. I was like, alright, bet, Becky. And with that little prize pack, so you're going to get the hat. This is going to be like the first place prize. I got a lot of these baby Buka brand bull shads and bull gills off of Swimbait Underground trade. So you're gonna get, and they put that on. They put that red feathered treble up front. So you're gonna get this baby bull shad in this rainbow trout pattern. Pretty sick pattern, pretty sick bait, if I do say so myself. So you're gonna get that. It is used. It has I think it has a paint chip on it. Yeah, it has a little bit of a paint chip on it. Right there, right on that belly, right there. But not too big of a deal. But then you're gonna get this bait that I made. And I tell you what, this bait is pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. So when I went and I tested this out, I had high hopes for it, but these superseded my hopes. So this is a little balsa bait that I made. It's a balsa waking mouse, and it has some little deer hair whiskers, white belly, just simple, just straight brown. Very, very simple paint, very simple design. I got a feathered treble tied on the back that kind of acts as a tail. When that gets wet, it'll shrink up, and it doesn't interfere with the action. I tell you what, this bait is so fucking cool. This thing has such a good action. It wakes. So one thing it doesn't do is I couldn't get it to walk. And I think a big part of that is the bill angle. It's a pretty straight, flat bill angle to where it doesn't dive at all. It is a wake bait. It's up on top. It's kicking. That little booty's going back and forth. That tail's going. This doesn't interfere with the action at all when it's on top, but it is straight, just waking on top. And it's doesn't have any sound to it. It's just, all the sound is just pushing water and it waking. It wakes so good. It wakes just beautifully. And one of the cool things is that it can be waked really fast. Like I said, it doesn't like to walk. I couldn't really get it to walk. But that's alright, because you can kind of pop it a little bit if you want to do something different. But if you just straight retrieve, it'll wake pretty slow. But if you could crank it, because I was like, well, let's crank down. I was really cranking on it. And it'll wake super hard and doesn't blow out. So this is a super cool lure. And it's a very manageable lure. This isn't a huge top water at all. It's maybe slightly bigger than a hollow body frog or something. But it's a small lure. You can throw this on pretty much anything. Aside of the whiskers are a little stylization. I don't think they really do anything. I don't think they help or impede the action at all. But if you do have any issues with this lure. Like if you wreck it or it needs resealed or something, go ahead and send it back and we'll get you like taken care of. I'll fix it up and whatever, but you shouldn't have any issues with this bait. I went out and tested it for quite a while and this bait is super sick. Whoever gets this, catch a fish on this. Catch a fucking fish on this. Send me pictures. I'm so excited for you to have this bait. This is a bait that I was very, very happy with making. And just pure waking. It's awesome. You're going to be really happy with this bait. And it doesn't come with a snap or a swivel or anything like split ring or a snap on front. You can experiment with that if you want to, but I just tie direct to the eyelet. But if you have any issues, send it back. We'll get you taken care of, but you shouldn't because it is just such a fucking cool bait. And so I got stuff that I have that I don't always use. And like I said, I got a big trade of like baby bullgills and like baby bull shads. And I really wanted to do a second place prize as well, just so more people could get stuff. I feel really generous, but there's stuff that I have that I've gotten that I don't really use. So what of that is I got some like samples from Lunker City. I bought a book from them, In Pursuit of Big Bass. I don't know if it's over my bookshelf here, but I got that book as they said like these free samples. So there's 6 soft plastics here. They get like a variety. So the first is like their minnow flute style bait. There's both 3.5 inch. One's a natural color, one's more vibrant color. And then they got the bigger size of that, 4.5 inch fluke style. And those are both in more natural colors. The one's super, just has like a lot of flake in it. And then they sent like 2 sizes of their karate craw, both in really, really nice colors, really like fish catching colors. These are, I don't know, they got like that same boot style craw as like Rage Craw. But they got 2 of those, so you're going to get like a little variety pack of soft plastics that you can use, but then you're also going to get this baby bullgill in this violet brim color, which I think will be a killer color. This is new in the package, never been fished, so that's second place. So as far as rules of the giveaway, what can you do to win this? Well, first, if you got it this far, thanks for watching this far. Thanks for watching me ramble and whatever. All you gotta do, you gotta be subscribed, and you gotta comment on the video. That's all you gotta do. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys continue to enjoy the content. And we'll see you for the next one.